Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from around the world. It's Timmy. It's hotter than Hades, and it's Texas. So, it's August in Texas. What do you expect, right? The real feel earlier was, I believe, 44 degrees Celsius. I repeat, 44 degrees Celsius, which would be roughly 111 degrees Fahrenheit. So, we'll see how this works. I got an egg. That's blacktop, not quite concrete, or it is concrete, but it's not quite like a sidewalk. And we're gonna see if we can cook this bad boy. Oh. Alright. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I've heard both ways. And it's not cooking as fast as some of the ones I've seen. I do have a water hose I can clean it up with, but I'm hoping to get some fried egg action. I'm hoping, but this could be an absolute failure. I don't know. So, while this egg thinks about cooking, I have no idea what I was expecting to talk about. But, while we're at it, I will thank you guys for joining me in the prayer calls. Maybe I could give some recommended videos. How about that? Let's see. Well, one I'm most proud of, I guess, is the Games of Thrones, Gateways of Gods, Part 1. There's kind of like a teaser, and then there's Part 1, and I'm in the process of making Part 2, and I probably have about 5 more after that to do. The Mandela effect video was a really good one as well. It was fun to make that one. That one's actually pretty funny. Not 100% on board with Mandela effect, but I don't 100% throw it out the window either. So I have a feeling this egg is not going to cook. So maybe I should have done it earlier. But we'll see. We'll give it some time. Even on the oven stovetop, it takes a while to cook, but I'm not seeing any white forming. This could just have been a really, really bad idea and a waste of egg, but we'll see. We shall see. But I won't do it for too long, so let's see. So yeah, the Mandela effect video is one of my favorites that I've done, just because it's a little bit of science, it's a little bit of scripture, it's a little bit of pop culture, and I think it's a lot funny. I tried to add some humor, because when I made it, a lot of people were really wigging out. Lion lays with the lamb as wolf lays with the lamb. You know, bottles instead of wine skins. A bunch of anomalies, but Berenstein Bears. I actually prefer to call it the Berenstein effect, because I remember Berenstein Bears, and now they call it Berenstain. So there's some interesting stuff. If you're curious about Mandela effect or you don't know about it, it's a good one to get started with, to kind of get an idea about what it even is, right? So, but the Gateways of Gods, the Games of Thrones, that one has a lot of information, but I wanted to start the first one out. You know, the teaser asks a bunch of questions, and the video series will answer those questions. Part 2 will be a little bit more in depth, and it'll explain why I titled it the way I did. Oh, yummy. What else? Oh, yeah, so another good one is the Madonna video. I mean, it's old, and it's not my best work, because it's the learning curve on audio and video editing is pretty difficult. But that's one of the main ones that I actually started making videos. I think that was one of the first videos. The most important video I've made that you can watch that will benefit you, that you could probably watch it 10 times and still get something out of it each time, is it's titled Spiritual Warfare, Solutions and Strategies. And I give a rundown on that. I think I did a spiritual warfare video recently, and I put the link in there. But it's should be pretty easy to find. The Castleberry Crunch playlist has a lot of the videos that I've made directly. And then Timmy's Top Picks or something like that's another one that's mostly my videos. I have a lot of videos mirrored on my channel, which I didn't create them, but I have them mirrored so that way if they ever magically disappeared off the internet, they'd still be a hard copy on my channel. And yeah, 5 minutes. This egg is not cooking. It is congealing in the yolk, but that's not. I was expecting it to be like done by now. I actually thought about bringing a pan out here. I'm glad I didn't. Um, maybe when an armadillo will eat this tonight or something. But the solutions and strategies spiritual warfare video is, I have all the scriptures in order, and if you want to follow those scriptures with me in order that I cover them, I think it's a really good video that puts it all together, and it's not way out there. It's actually very uplifting and informative. And it was in response to a commenter that I had a couple years ago that was, basically quoting whatever's lovely. I mean, I can't remember the quote, but it's basically like, think on all the nice things. And it was, I see where she was coming from, but back then I was like on a mission to help people wake up and to, basically just expose the works of darkness. So I responded back to her that what I do in decoding and stuff like that's not for everybody. So sorry if you think all this stuff is overwhelmingly negative, but it's knowing your enemy is important. So it turned out to be a really good video, and it was like a counterbalance. So I try to balance out decoding the bad and bringing the good. Another good one is the Chariots of the Gods with the lowercase g. I like to pun sometimes or play off of other titles. So I think Von Daniken is the guy that wrote the book Chariots of the Gods, but I put a lowercase g in there just like I did for games plural of Thrones, Gateways of Gods with the lowercase g. The Chariots of the Gods was, oh man, I spent months making this video, and I put together almost a 2-hour documentary about just showing advertisement campaigns, commercials, and logos of the automotive industry internationally, not just here in the United States. And man, it blew my mind as I researched. It was so crazy. And then I got this crypto wall 2.0 virus that, man, it almost took my whole computer out. It copied all my files, then it encrypted all my copies, and then it deleted the original files, and you have to pay a ransom through Bitcoin to some Eastern European hackers to like get your code or get your key to unlock. And oh man, it was nuts. So I had to do like some forensic programs to like try and pull it out, and to get the old deleted files that aren't ever truly deleted. And man, it took me over a month to get all of that situation fixed. My computer's never been the same, but it's as secure now as it's gonna be for a while. And the crazy part though is I lost everything in that video, and I was just about done with it, and I wanted my dad to watch it before he passed away, but he passed away and didn't even get to see, I made a part 1 to recreate. I was gonna have to recreate it in 3 parts, which was really weird because it should have uploaded with the 2 hours, and it said, oh, the file's too big. But I've loaded files 5 times bigger than that, so I got scroogled once again. Then I got the virus, then all the information was gone, and then I had to recreate it from file names. I mean, it was so weird. So this egg's not cooking, and I recommend Chariots of the Gods. And what's the other one? The Miss Universe Ritual Transformation of America. That one's got some really cool information. If you don't know about the history of the United States, or if you think you know about the history of the United States, check that one out, because it's I didn't even get to talk yet. I was gonna save it for part 2, but it's nuts, man. I didn't even get to talk about like why Steve Harvey supposedly misread the wrong winner, and how the Philippines and Colombia was connected to one another. I talk a little bit about Colombia, the history of the United States, and man, it's nuts. I think it's nuts, and it's one of my favorite information videos. But so yeah, those are my recommendations for my videos. And sorry this egg didn't cook, but it's hot. It might. I doubt it. I don't think it's gonna cook enough to be like a deviled egg, but alright, love you guys, man. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna go get the water hose and clean this junk up. So, that's your brain on drugs. It doesn't even cook, so. Alright, I'll see y'all tonight. Bye, guys.